Now you might pray to God, y'all, but I like Lucifer best of all. Don't keep changing, waiting. Don't keep changing, waiting. Sunday school is a place for fools. It's hard in hell, but the devil's cool. Don't keep changing, waiting. Don't keep changing, waiting. So don't just sit there, join the club. Sell your soul to Beelzebub.
Hey, everybody, it is I, Count Jackula, favorite static streamer. Having some fun tonight, seeing how everyone's doing. Hope you're all good. I see Blonde Artist is with us, Rich Cranium is with us. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Oh, man. What a weird fucking couple of days I've had. I gotta stop, like, trolling TikTok for fucking those TikTok lives, because woo. Woo! You know, those conservative TikTok lives are fucking something else, man. And I realized I wanted to tell something. I say this a lot, but I think it's worth repeating. These MAGA motherfuckers, these like, no, we're a constitutional republic. Which I'm like, yeah, fucking 2014 wants a talking point back. Which is, here's what I get banned from those things for. Like, it's sometimes it's a sport, but it's a very depressing sport. Like, you know, you get a few good licks in, but like ultimately you're like, God damn it, you know. And it comes down to this. You always like, dude, there's only one reason you're clinging to this guy at this point, and it says something very bothersome about America, which is you either condone the cruelty or you're such a coward that you're not going to stand up against it. That's it. That's long and the short of it, you know. You either condone the cruelty or you're too much of a coward. That's really it. Because, I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, in the middle of all these, I've heard the phrase, I'm a real woman. No one said you weren't. No, but that means all the others are fake. I'm like, sit your bleach blonde fucking ass down, Karen. Holy fucking shit. Nobody cares. No one's here to try to fuck you. Well, maybe some of these other maggot guys. I mean, what are their options, really? But, like, for real? Like, for real? No one's coming to your house and saying that you aren't. How are you hearing that? You know, how are you hearing that crap? Yeah, I don't do the horror movie reviews anymore. Well, I mean, we do the vlogs, but not like the really complicated comedy sketch ones. You know, like, I keep thinking of bringing them back, but like, I feel like its day is coming past. You know, time to do something else. I don't even know if it's lost some fallacy. I think they're just assholes. I think they're just idiots and assholes. Because I can't come up with any other anything. You know, I'll say this: the fact that this trans thing has fucking got their fucking panties in a wad is fucking pissing the shit out of me. How far they're fucking taking it, like, oh, we couldn't make gay illegal, so we got to make trans illegal. What? No, they're coming into our schools and the schools and our children in our schools. Fuck the children. You have already fucking made it absolutely fucking clear you don't give a shit about the children. If you did, you'd do something about gun violence. Something. Like something real, as opposed to, can't someone else do something about that? Oh, I think teachers should be armed. Fuck you. Just fuck you. The fact that you even think that says that you basically want to live in a police state. Or rather, you want the rest of us to live in a police state with you guys immune from it. You know, it makes me fucking angry. Because that's how they think. Like, when they say freedom, they don't mean the freedom to be who you are. They don't mean freedom to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. They mean freedom to oppress people. Do they even realize it? I think some of them do. You know, I don't know about all of them because it's hard to figure out how much of it is just pure stupid. How much of it are just running on instinct, because like we're not dealing with like rocket scientists here. You know, we're not dealing with thinkers. You know, we are dealing with people who, whatever the grade on their report card says, like, are well below average intelligence. You know, so I don't know how much of it is conscious. How much of it is understood by them, and how much they're just running on fucking instinct. But here's the thing: they don't want nothing to do with change. They don't want to change themselves. Like, this is the way the world needs to be, because that's the only way that they understand how to function. You know, yeah, and it's also one of those, like, they all moved against Disney, and I gotta tell you what, I'm not too terribly surprised, because a lot of them Disney people fucking racist. That's what happens when you fucking appeal to the average American. You get a lot of racists. You know? And of course, Disney, for the most part, has been, for the last several decades, has been like, well, their money spent as good as anybody else's. But now it doesn't. See, that's the thing that they're really upset about. Their money don't spend as well as others. Not anymore. And that ain't going to change. That ain't going to fucking change. That ain't going to change unless they make that change. That ain't going to change unless they do it forcefully. But even at the end of the day, it ain't going to change. It'll just make them think that they can change it. It's too big. It's too much. They don't want to be the largest minority. They want to be the majority, bar none. But they can't be. Because they're already not. The only place where they have the majority of anything is in governmental power. So that's why all this is happening. That's where they've got the edge. Because the whole system is slanted in their favor. Also, the other thing, you don't find a lot of MAGA people in cities. Some of them are there, some of them exist, but like, by and large, no. Because in a fucking city, you have to deal with other people. If you don't function very well. You know, like that's one of the reasons a lot of the Texans left. They weren't functioning well. You know, because like it's funny because a lot of those MAGA guys, they're like the fucking stereotypical joke about the vegan where they have to tell you. You know, except that actually carries like political weight. And it says something pretty, it's not just annoying, it says something really grim. Yeah, even the cities in Texas are purple rather than red. Abbott and the GOP. Greg Abbott can kiss my ass. Illegal. He killed several illegal immigrants. You white supremacist fucking. I can't believe it. Like the entire GOP became David Duke. And we all knew they was racist, right? But we didn't think that they were like flat out KKK members. You know, we didn't think they were flat out white supremacists. You know, well, who knows? I believe in small government. DeSantis is fucked. You know, he's got no shot at this point. There's no fucking way. He's embarrassed himself too much. Not to us, to the Republican base. The MAGA base is very against DeSantis. Like, they want Donald Trump again, and they're going to get him. He is going to win that primary. It is going to be Biden versus Trump again. Because that's what they want. That's what they want. They want Trump again so that they can feel good about openly hating people. They don't even have a clue of the things that he's done. All they know is build the wall, which is the closest thing to a factual accuracy about their guy that they have. Everything else is like, well, like, you know, he fucking helped the economy come back. No, he didn't. The last year of his economy was the economy shutting down. So how did he bring it back? You know? Those weren't problems he inherited in like the first year of his fucking administration. Those are problems that happened on his watch. But no, they don't actually care. Like, they don't actually care. He appeals to them because these are the people who in high school were the bullies. It's also why they skew so much older. Because they are people who peaked in high school who fucking really fucking resent this fact. And so now they're taking it out on other people. That's really all they want. Because I can't come up with another reason why you would do any of this. You know, and some people are like, well, you know, the church is... And I'm like, well, yeah, but I mean, like, the church has always been their haven for this bullshit. You know, it's how they get some of their control back. You know, they see the world as high school and they want to rule again. But in order for them to rule again, the fucking system has to be on their side. So they have to make sure the system's on their side. You know, you don't, because you're not a high school bully without the administrators looking the other way or secretly being behind you. Otherwise, you get turned out. You become a problem kid as opposed to, oh, we don't understand what happened. He was so popular in high school. He was on the football team. And those cheerleaders, oh my fucking God. You know, they start to realize that their grip is slipping. You know, patriarchy don't like them no more because they're getting old. You know, by old, I mean like 30 and 40. You know, hell, we got child brides that we could have. You know, that's the thinking. That's a lot of the thinking. And every time you hear someone like fucking arrested for like having a child bride, it ain't a Democrat. Ain't been a Democrat in a long time. It's always a Republican and a conservative Christian. You know, it's always. A popular guy in high school, wife dumped him, now he has to live with his grandma. Good. Fucking good. Maybe I'll leave people alone. Probably not. You know, these assholes just all over the place. You know, they're all over the place. They'll get Trump for the primary. They will. You know, will that work for them? I don't know if they'll get the presidency. You know. But I do think that we still slipping. We still slipping into fascism, and I hate that. You know, well, we're in fascism, but we're slipping deeper in it. And I hate that. And the thing that I hate, other things that I hate about the current environment is the fucking don't come with me with that both sides are the same and voting doesn't matter bullshit. As long as you still got to vote, it matters. You know, because you don't know what your vote don't matter look like. You don't know what that looks like. You know, you ain't seen Russia. You ain't seen, like, hell, Joe Kerr could probably tell you what he looked like. He lived in Chile. That was a vote your don't matter kind of state for a long ass time. Like, for real. Yeah, in America, your vote matters. Maybe not as much as you'd like, but it does still. And I don't know how long it's going to last. Yeah. The guy called you a fascist for telling your friends on Twitter that you were okay because the city was on fire. Well, yeah, because like fascists don't tend to live in cities. You know, fascists don't tend to live in cities. They don't tend to come from cities. Not real cities. You know, like it may have city in the name, but You know, like, let me put it this way. Like, you're not going to get a majority of fascists in a city. It could be enough of a percentage that it matters, but, you know. One of the things that worries me is that the trans population is theoretically a population they could put in camps. It's small enough that they could theoretically do that. However, here's how I think that's going to manifest. First of all, they're not going to be able to do it nationwide. That's not something they're going to be capable of doing. There's just too much America, and you're not gonna get you're not gonna get a situation where the strong blue states are going to give up their citizens for a couple of reasons, many of which are practical. One, in the blue states, too many of them. Too many of them. Too many of them in blue states, and they're evenly distributed throughout the population. The amount of effort it would take to round them up in a blue area, it is a lot. You would have to do a lot. You would have to go door to door. You would have to stormtrooper it. Population in blue cities is too high. You're not going to be able to stormtrooper it because there's very few ways of finding these people. You're not going to be able to shut down and stormtroop the LGBT centers. That would be political suicide. Hey, Avesatana is 69. Or sorry, 93. Sorry. 93. Number of the underworld. Anyway, so California is not going to be rounding up its trans people anytime soon. A massive shift would have to happen. One that is cultural on top of political. Not saying it can't. Just saying, let me put it this way. I don't think that California would have rounded up all the Japanese people had there not been a war. I don't think there would have been the political will to do that if there wasn't a war. And we're not going to have a war, not a real war with trans people, not to the point where average Californians are afraid for their lives. And in fact, I would be very, very, very fucking surprised if any of the blue states did. However, red states, different story. Red states, the population is low enough and people are spread out far enough. You can make that happen. So, how are they going to make it happen? I'll tell you. All right, kitty. Get. I'll tell you how it's going to happen. They're going to start putting them in special detention centers, but they're not going to call them that. They're going to call them rehabilitation centers or something along those lines. And they're all going to be funded by churches. They're going to be run by churches. You know, because that's the only non-governmental agency that's going to have the money to run a place like that, even poorly. So that's who's going to do it. That's what's going to happen. They're going to be like, oh, it's going to be conversion therapy on steroids. You know, hetero fixing centers. Yeah, essentially. No, it's not going to be special neighborhoods or ghettos. It's going to be fucking rehabilitation centers or something along. It's going to be called something along those lines. And they're going to be organizations run by churches. Because that's how they're going to fucking sneak it in. Because the church doesn't have to answer to the government. It doesn't have to answer to the federal government. It's a religious organization. And we have, why do you think they eroded like so much of the controls around religious organizations? What, do you think that was just for corporations? Fuck no. Fuck no. It's so they could pull this, they could pull that shit. It's already started too. You know, it is already started. Yeah, the Salvation Army is, yeah. Yeah, no, they won't call them correctional facilities because that sounds like prison. They won't call them re-education centers because that sounds too Orwellian. They'll call them something else. They'll find a nice politically correct thing to call it. You know. Gender therapy. They'll call it something like that. And the red states will do it. It'll start with someplace like Texas, Florida, or Mississippi. Yeah, possibly also Tennessee. That's where it will start. And then a lot of the other states will follow suit because, excuse me, the pockets that fund that shit, you know, where do you think they are? You know, but that's going to be the way they do it. You know, they won't do it by having the government do it. It'll be couched in terms of, well, these people need care. And that's how they'll do it. That's how they'll do it. You know. And if they don't do it, what you're going to find is that those organizations popped up anyway. This is why I am always like, if you're trans and live in one of those areas, run. You know, fucking run. It's happening. Fascism has come to America, but in an interesting twist, it has not come evenly distributed. It does not come. Yeah, like the pregnancy centers. Yep, exactly, Joseph. That's exactly what they'll do. You know, they'll find a nice, private, or religiously unregulated place to stick them. You know, and I want to say to the people who are like, I don't know what to do, I have no options. Look, people run away all the time. People run away and go missing all the time. What, you think all of them are kidnapped? Fuck no! They ran. But running away has a lot of dangers. Yeah. Yeah, it does. It's dangerous. It's hard. It can suck. But what's the price? But what's worse? What's worse? That or spending your life in a center where people are trying to constantly change you into something you're not and that you don't want to be. You know, because they'll say they have a success rate, but that success rate in actuality is zero. Zero. All I can do, and I feel bad because I'm like, look, all I can do is sound the alarm, give advice, maybe provide temporary housing, maybe, depending on how things are going. Provide a potential safe haven. That's about it. You know? So if you're a young trans person in a bad area, you can always run. You know, always run to another state. And when I say run, I don't mean to like someone else's house. I mean out of the state. Yeah, because when they gotcha, they ain't gonna let go. They ain't gonna let go. That becomes prison. You know, there ain't gonna be no rehabilitation center. Oh, everyone can come and go as they please. Bullshit. Bullshit. They're just there to try to put the prison in your mind. That's what they want. They want the prison to be in your mind so you're nice and quiet. Don't ask for any of those rights. You know, it's gonna be it's gonna get interesting. I'm worried for a lot of people. I really am. But makes me a little sad that all I can do is all I can do. But I suppose I shouldn't be. Not of myself, anyway. You know, sometimes I get mad at myself for not having more power to do anything, but like, yeah, I know that's bullshit. I know that's bullshit. Because that type of power, it's the One Ring. It really is. I had the power. Bullshit. The power itself is the poison. You ain't gonna liberate Mordor. You're just gonna make it more of a hell. Just got to walk away from that kind of thing. Every once in a while, I flirt with the idea of running for school board because I think that's really important. I think school boards are really important. Problem is, I have a hard time maintaining my temper around those people. So that's a problem. You know, that could be a real issue, you know? Like you know, and I feel bad about that. Also, like, one of the problems, like, it's so hard to deal with these people, you know? But I still flirt with the idea. Maybe in my 50s. Yeah, Idaho is the most oppressive state in anti-abortion rights. Should probably run. Yeah, I would get out. Yeah. Well, I'm sure people here would vote for me, you know, but could I convince everyone else without compromising myself? You know? I don't know. But then again, I keep thinking of finding out, but also like I do worry about what it'll do to my mental health. You know, like having to deal with those assholes all day. But who knows? So I'm thinking like maybe what I should do is I should sit in on some local school board fucking meetings and see how it goes down. See what goes down over there. You know, like, sit in the back. That's people like, what the fuck is that guy doing there? You know, what is Mr. fucking Pink Dreadlocks doing over there? Without wearing no sleeves and nothing. Why is he here? And just be like, I'm a citizen. I'm allowed to sit in. You know, and just watch. But I know me, occasionally they'll do something stupid and I'll be like, wow, really? You can just do that? You're just gonna do that. Okay, all right. That's interesting. You know, or one of those like, or a parent's going to say something, I just don't have the time. You don't have the time. What do you mean you don't have the time? The teachers don't have the time either. So what are we going to do about it? It's like, quick, every teacher who's had to buy their own school supplies in this district. Yeah, hey, teachers, would a couple hundred extra bucks a month specifically for school supply shit make a difference? Oh, we're just talking per classroom, baby. You're telling me like the average school size is like what? 25? Let's say we give every classroom $200. You can't afford fucking, let's see, average class size is about 30, like $300. You can't afford $10 per kid in a fucking classroom. You serious? You serious? You know? Yeah, I should bring that up. With $300 per classroom, make a difference in your school supply budget. Yes? Well, how many kids are in your class? Okay, that's under $10 a kid. Under $10 a kid per month. That is a bargain. That is a bargain. Come on, people, we could do this. I'm sure it'll help stimulate the local economy. Oh, man, dude, fuck a laptop. Paper and pencils, man. There's some places need paper and pencils. Are you fucking serious? Like, we don't just have those lying around? The hell is this? Hell, a school should be fucking giving out fucking what are those things called? Composition books. It's like, yeah, here you go. Boom. Why doesn't the classroom just always have 100 pencils hanging out? Yeah, some teachers can't afford chalk. You fucking kidding me? Oh, but how he means to say. Hey, Daja. Hey, Deja. I'm on a rant about public education, Quick, hands up, every teacher whose fucking life wouldn't be improved by just having papers and pencils available. Quick, let me know. I gotta tell you, I think the most fun thing, the best part of like being a member of the school board would be in like, yeah, I'm just gonna like drop in on a class in a school and see how it's going. Sir, what are you doing here? I'm a member of the school board. I'm a member of the fucking school board. Yeah, pay teachers enough to afford to live. Fuck. Like, let me put it this way. I would love to do that. I think that might be too far gone. The thing that pisses me off is there's so many little things that we could do. Little things that we could do that are absolutely in our power to do so. Someone can afford to pay and donate a box of pencils or a ream of paper to a classroom. you know? You know? Good God. You know what I also think? This is what I also think. I also think, like, the last hour of school should, or one of those, like, it's after, let's have after, if you have to have an after hours, like, school activity, make study hall actual study hall. It's like, nope, there's an after hours study hall if you're having trouble with anything. Watch that shit fill up before a test. Let me tell you. Watch it. It'll happen. Oh yeah, agriculture. Oh God, I tell you those agricultural problems, I got no ideas on. Oh yeah, I know that'll come up during, like, a thing, so I'm gonna have to get ahead of it. I'm gonna have to find a way to get ahead of it. It's like, aren't you a Satanist? Yes. Yes, I am. But don't worry, I do not sacrifice children. Yes, I am a demon with horns. I eat children. Like, we are taking over the school board. Come on. Aren't you a Satanist? Yeah, we thought that since the Christian churches were doing such a lousy job of educating people, we had to step up. Like, the Satanist community had to step up because somebody's got to do this shit. Yeah, that's another thing I would definitely do in a high school. Would be, well, no, everyone takes the class where you learn how to fill your taxes out. Oh, well, we all got to use, like, we'll just use TurboTax. Yeah. We'll teach you what goes on and what don't. We'll teach you what to look for in changes in the tax code. Oh man, maybe that's what I should do. I should make a commercial, an internet commercial that is basically like, they say Jack Shen is a Satanist. That's true. He believes in public education. He believes. Yeah. He believes that trans kids are A-okay. Oh, man. The time is now, people. Who do who will be left to teach your children after the great rapture? They say that that only that the worthy shall go up to heaven. But what if your child wasn't baptized before the rapture? Do you want teachers who are just teachers and educators who are just gonna disappear one day? They say it's sometime soon. Hey, are you tired? Oh, yeah. Hey, John, are you tired of God disappointing you? Want to listen to the hip music without guilt? I got a product for you. I'm Jack, and I'm here to talk to you about Satan. Have you tried Satan? Satan can clear up your acne, get you laid, and ladies, all the free abortions you could fucking fit in a year, which is probably about 2. You know? Which is probably 2 at best, but we believe you can get up to 3 if you try hard enough. But Satan, you say? I don't have anyone that can pout my podge or slam the meat for me. Well, that's why Satan invented the band of the hand. We got a product for that too. I should make some of these for TikTok. Ooh. Ooh. Not only will we protect your right to choose, we'll turn it into a holy ceremony. But don't worry. You know? But how do I know when to genuflect? Oh. You'll know. You'll know. Hey, John, how you doing, man? Pick me up for an infomercial? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, maybe I get fitted for a fancy suit and a red silk shirt and a black tie. You know? No, then they might think I'm a Nazi fuck. I'll figure something out. A lot of people are saying, hey, aren't Satanists like Hitler? Truth is, he was never a member. I used to be an unbaptized guy who's left behind after the rapture. Now, thanks to Satan, I can survive the apocalypse. Oh, man. Hey, John, do you want to get on for a little bit? Talk for a bit? You don't have to put on that video. You can just be a voice in the darkness. Not only is Satan pro-LGBT, he's also anti-pedophile, unlike some people we know. Unlike some gods we know. Oh. Oh God, yeah, that was the other thing I found out today, which is like I don't watch like television. You know, I watch like streaming shows. So I don't watch Blue Bloods or any cop shows. You know, the closest I've gotten to a cop show in a long time was Lucifer. So, But, yeah, but finding out what they've been saying about fentanyl. And I'm like, what? Like, it's so dangerous. If you even breathe it in, you could die. And I'm like, what? What? You could, oh my God, it's fentanyl. Everyone's got to clear the room. It's not an explosive, you know, like what? You know, it's the like, oh my God, if one particle of it gets inside you, like you're gonna die. And I'm like, no, you can't. If it's that lethal, people can't be addicted to it. They just die. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Yeah. The depiction of fentanyl on television is insane. Like, it is more insane than, like, reefer madness. We had a cop show that said you could survive a nuclear explosion by strapping a car battery. Oh, let me guess, because there's lead in it, right? That's not how that works. Bunch of dudes with like, now I'm imagining a bunch of dudes with like fucking car batteries strapped to their beer bellies running around during the apocalypse going, unstoppable. Oh my God. Yeah, Cop Show is doing the same thing to fentanyl they did with DMSO, but like no one knew what DMSO was, so it didn't really work. Sounds like an ad from Fallout. Yeah, it does. Like it does. Now that you mention it, yeah. Look, this power suit's got a car battery attached to it. Now I have radiation resistance. Oh my God. Oh, whoops. I did that thing again where I accidentally. There we go. We're back. Okay. Diehard battery blank. Like, was that actually the thinking, George? Like, there's lead in that battery, therefore it's going to protect you from fucking nuclear radiation? That had to be the thinking. Because that's like right up there with, well, can't you just inject yourself with disinfectant? No! No, you can't. You know, can't we just use a black light to kill it? Well, no. Actually, not. You know, the coronavirus doesn't work that way, but it works on other viruses. Yeah, because those viruses work that way. Well, let me. Oh my God, Indiana Jones in that fridge. Well, here's the thing about that fridge. I don't expect physics accuracy in Indiana Jones. You know, but if you're dealing with like a cop show, like those need to be grounded in a little bit more reality. Yeah. I managed to survive a nuclear explosion. I have radiation, lead poisoning, and acid poisoning. God. Uh, so, John, do you want to come on and talk? Yeah, propaganda shows, man. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. It's like you can be in the room with fentanyl just like you can be in the room with cocaine. You know, I wouldn't recommend doing it for long periods of time, but it's not going to kill you just because it's in the air. Unless it's like so thick, maybe if it's like so thick you can't see, maybe, but like, damn. You can get addicted to it immediately. I just. Yeah, let's ignore all the fucking findings we've made on what addiction actually is. Good Lord. You saw I even tried times about 2 minutes. I will bring nothing to the show, and I don't wanna. Okay, fine. Fine. If you're like, I don't wanna. But I'll be honest, like maybe you being high, you don't know that being high won't add nothing to the show. I mean, Kevin Smith made a career out of that shit. You know, I'm not looking to stick to a topic. We could just see where the weed takes us. Oddly enough, we have cops watching SVU to understand how to handle rape cases. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's horrible. I know Kevin Smith made yoga hosers, but he made it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure SUV's still going. I mean, it's in syndication at the very least. Yeah, still going, baby. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to let everybody know that on Tuesday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be running Babylon on the Weave the Tail channel. We will be doing that between the 9th and the 30th. Hope everyone can come. Let me get you a link to the Twitch channel so you can all follow there. Hopefully get the notice when we go up, which will be at 5 p.m. on Tuesdays throughout the month of June. Will there be VOD? That will be up to the Runner of the Weave the Tail channel. But I'll see what I can do. Yeah, gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. I'm excited too. Actually going to be Mitch is going to be one of the players. Dido is also with us, plus some new people. Definitely tune in. Remember, that's Tuesdays, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, the game's coming along. In fact, once, I got some work to do on it after the stream, actually. Whew. Man. Never let anyone say that making a role-playing game ain't work. But I'm also hoping to be able to get down to, get over to Gen Con in August and PAX Unplugged in December. Where if all goes well, I will be able to promote the fucking thing. Hey, Stacy, how you doing? Might have to ask you guys to help finance the promotional material, a lot of the promotional stuff. Things like the actual quick start guide that I kind of want to have. Are we thinking of adding models? Yeah, we're thinking of adding miniature files so they can be 3D printed. We already have a few. Well, we have one. You know? Yeah, the current model that we have is Jolie and Mumbo. But they're probably going to be like a few more of the some of the characters that have shown up in some of the playtests and probably some of the major NPCs. You made a model on Hero Forge. Yeah, we're hoping to go that extra mile because, like, the guy who did the model of Jolie and Mumbo is Anastasio. who you may remember works at a pretty big company doing 3D models. Danny? No, Anastasio. Oh, Danny, your character. Yeah. Probably do that as well. Well, yeah, that's why we're thinking of doing it. Like, if I could, I would have the models pre-made and shipped, but that's gonna be a lot. You know, like maybe that'll be a stretch goal, you know. Lot of financing. Not too much, but definitely a bit. More than you could be expected to have like laying around. Unless you just happen to have like 40 grand. Yeah, money always comes down to money. Money. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to having the manuscript completed, because then I can focus on the Kickstarter itself. Woof. And then we'll see. Oh, yeah, it's always money, man. It's always money. And things are changing. Like, one of the other things I'm considering is bringing the soft cover back. Y'all remember role-playing soft covers? Like, I know some of you will. Because, like, I think we want to go as high quality but as cheap as possible. Inexpensive on the customer end. Yeah, some of you remember the soft covers, so I'm thinking maybe that's the way to go. Like, in pre-COVID years, the cost of having a hardcover was so negligible it didn't matter, but now it might matter. Getting a buck or two off the fucking production cost of a unit might actually matter at this point. Oh no, like bound, with the glue binding and everything. Not saddle stitched. Like the quick start will be saddle stitched. But the main book, no, I would at least want that to be like perfect bound. Is as long as it holds together well enough, right? Like, I think a game manual does need to be able to take some shit. The main thing I'm going to be worried about is where the binding just comes apart. But that's a problem that you also have with a hardbound book. Yeah, also, if you're the one with the books, it gets heavy. Yeah. So, like, the way we're thinking of doing it is if we're able to go to physical publishing, is that basically see, I pull out an example. I think I have the cyber. Okay, I wouldn't want the Babylon main book to be any bigger than this. And this is like 300 plus pages. I actually probably would want it to be like a little smaller. Like maybe 275 plus. And have most of the supplements be about the size of the old clan books. You remember those? And make them so that, like, if yours kind of fell apart and you kind of wanted to replace it, you could, a lot of softcover RPGs, a number of them from Lulu and Drive Through. Yeah, I'm hoping to go like a little bit better than that. Not just because of quality concerns, but also because of cost concerns. Like publishing 1,000 copies is it starts to get a lot less expensive because the setup is the big thing. And I'm hoping we find a good printer. I'm gonna have to look around for that. Oh. Looks like Bo has got a new video up. Let's take a peek. Yeah, I don't want the main book to be that big. I don't want it to be like 400 pages. It's way too much. I would rather like split it up between like the absolutely necessary material and so that we could just like go on and do supplements. I think that'd be a better idea. Lower buy-in and cheaper supplements. Hopefully it'll work.
Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Twitter and free speech and a new product feature that is said to be rolling out on Twitter soon for major media publications. It's been, I don't know, about 6 months since Musk began his rule over Twitter. So, we're just going to check in. One of the things that many people were excited about when Musk took over is the fact that he's a free speech absolutist. And he was going to make sure that governments weren't censoring speech. People were really excited about this. So let's check in. By self-reported data, when it comes to surveillance and censorship requests from governments, Twitter has a 100% score of complying with them. By their own information, they fully complied with 808 requests, partially complied with 154, and then there's no information on 9 of them, bringing them to a total of 971, which was the total they said they got. Prior to Musk taking over, Twitter complied with about half of them. Okay, so in other news, Twitter plans to roll out a function for major media companies that allows them to charge Twitter users on a per article basis for any articles they may read. And Musk sees this as a win-win for everybody, because the average viewer, if they don't want to pay for a whole subscription, they can just buy the one article. And it's good for the company for some reason too. I'll start by saying I don't actually think a lot of major companies are going to take him up on this wonderful offer. But I would point out that if this does take off, this is actually going to be really bad. One of the real issues that we have in the U.S. is media literacy and people being energized by a headline and not reading any more. I would imagine that problem would get much, much worse if people had to pay to read beyond the headline. They already don't do it in a lot of cases, which is why you have stories that get out of control so quickly and people believe things that just aren't true. So I don't necessarily think that that is good for free and open discussion. I don't think that's something that would foster a whole lot of free speech. It might actually create a situation where those who were interested in real discussion would have to spend a lot of time cleaning up what people believed based on sloppy headlines. So that's what's happening at Twitter. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.
Well, that was a thing. All right, tell you what, let's look at some let's look at some RPG Kickstarters. Now, there we go. There we go. All right. First up is Drama Llamas. Let's get some slight music going on here, yeah. All right, Drama Llamas. Chaotic drama-filled narrative-rich, rules-light tabletop RPG. Play as a fame-hungry reality TV contestant who is also a llama. Okay. Created by Buttonkin Games. Pledged £6,069 to help bring this project to life. Drama Llamas is a narrative-driven RPG about reality TV competitions. Easy to plan and easy to play, the game contains everything you need to create or recreate the reality franchise of your dreams. The game is packed with genre tropes and chaos-generating mechanics, all with an absurdist llama-flavored twist. This is a D6-based GM-led system ideal for 3 to 5 players, plus a GM. The game is 90% roleplay, 10% strategy, 0% combat, unless the drama gets really out of hand. Drama Llamas is playable as a one-shot, but makes it an even better short campaign. The aim of the game is to steer your llama to victory by competing in challenges and generating drama with your fellow contestants. Each game system is structured like an episode of a real show, with confessional interviews, the host giving out challenges, and guest judges commenting on your efforts. Challenge wins are decided by rolls which are heavily modified by the choices your llama has made while interacting with their competitors and co-stars. Create drama. Perhaps you formed an alliance with some fellow players in exchange for a boost to your role. Get involved! For Drama Llamas, the GM takes on the role of the producer. A character in the story can directly intervene and manipulate events on screen and create the best, most outrageous show possible. And then it just goes into the funding. Man, that is a concept. And there's a video. Let's watch a few minutes. Let's watch a few minutes of the video.
Hello, welcome to Girls Run These Worlds. I'm Everest Burke. Tonight I'm going to be running some Drama Llamas for you. Haven't heard of it? That's not surprising. It's currently kickstarting. It is a system that I wrote, and Girls Run These Worlds have very kindly agreed to let me run a short series of it for these wonderful players right here. We're playing with a bit of a twist. There'll be some audience participation, so pay attention. Keep your eyes peeled. The two lowest scoring llamas tonight will be up for votes to one of them receive a forfeit going forward into the next game, an entertaining little little forfeit for them. Also, for those who do vote, there are prizes available. A copy of the game, which I should explain, is a tabletop role-playing game about reality TV competitions with the twist that everybody involved is a llama. So yeah, time to meet our llamas, I think, if you're all ready to introduce yourselves. I'll go in alphabetical order of player name. So Ada, would you introduce yourself to the fine people on Twitch?
Hi everyone, my name is Ida. My pronouns are she and her, and I'm going to be playing the fluffiest, softest, kind-heartedest llama called Ileana, whose pronouns are she and her, and she wants to be your friend, and she looks forward to meeting.
You know, actually, that's a thing I'm planning to do. Shh, keep it under your hat. Which is, there's a little bit of me that with Babylon is trying to get the pronouns generation to engage in a bit of bad behavior.
All of the friends here on this wonderful show where we're going to showcase our llama wonderfulness.
So sweet. So sweet. Butter wouldn't melt.
Okay, it's actually...
Oh my god, I think I saw you on that show. It was so fun. I agree, Destiny. I was kind of expecting my own room.
Okay, let's move on. Black Paper Moon. See, rules like tabletop RPG where dark themes mix with mystical powers and whimsy. Core gameplay involves a die tower. Funded in 13 minutes. Well, okay, all right. Oh, they only wanted $99. Okay, so, yeah. Time to gather around the... All right, this actually looks like a pitch video. Is it running? Ah, there we go.
Hey, it's me, Mary, or as the kids at the academy call me, Bloody Mary. I'm here to tell you about a new game, Black Paper Moon. Black Paper Moon is a rules-light, whimsical, and spooky tabletop RPG. Core gameplay involves a die tower and using your character's signature weapon and powers to navigate both narrative and combative situations.
All right, what's a die tower?
Inspired by series like Soul Eater, Harry Potter, Konosuba, and Ruby, this game focuses on style, chaos, bombastic powers, and zany circumstances.
I don't know if I would have mentioned fucking Harry Potter in this day and age.
When adventuring through fantastical lands. As a player, you can create your own character, or you can play as one of the pre-established characters like me. Just saying. With any weapon and power you can imagine, thanks to an easy-to-use, narrative-driven system. As a hunter, will you save the day, or will you crash like a domino and have everything spiral out of control into downright hilarity? To play, you'll just need the Black Paper Moon rules, some six-sided dice, and some friends looking to have a fun time fighting monsters. Everything you need will be included with the physical game. See you soon, new recruit.
Let's see. Yeah, let's move on. Let's see. Cyberpunk augmented. It's the last day of the Kickstarter. Well, 52 grand, doing well. They obviously made it. Art looks good. Well, this one looks interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Game touches on sensitive talk like violence, oppression, and substance abuse. Build your dice pool. Okay. Try out the current edition. Okay, so this is like the second edition. Yeah, we couldn't find your page. Oh, well, that's a problem. Couldn't find your page. Couldn't find your page. Okay, that's an issue. Core rules comes two separate pamphlets. GM guide, player pamphlet. Man, this is super cheap. I like this picture. Yeah, it does remind me a lot of Cyborg in terms of its layout and look. All right, I'll keep that one in mind. All right, Red Giant, A Cursed World.
Stories passed down through the ages all describe in detail a day long ago, where the sun suddenly grew and became consumed in a blood-red color. As the people stared at the sky, a crimson haze slowly crept across the surface of the planet. It's been said that this was the beginning of what was known as the end of the world, or the Rapture, by the people of that time. Red Giant aims to be the de facto rules-light tabletop role-playing game that brings media like Berserk, Claymore, and Vampire Hunter D directly to the game table. Designed for one game master and up to 4 other players, each session can tell a complete story in around 4 to 6 hours. Players can expect to craft stories involving otherworldly horrors, tragedy, death, curses, and loss within each game of Red Giant. The simplicity of the rules and intricate character creation is what truly makes Red Giant stand out. Players will be able to choose from 10 different archetypes to better define their character, and additionally, each character is also able to choose up to 3 different exchanges that offer great power in return for a piece of your mortal soul.
Night 7.
Character stats are generated by taking dice ranging from a d4 through a d12 from each spread within the book and placing these values into the stats listed on the character sheet. Actions are then resolved by rolling the die that corresponds with the appropriate check or challenge. Each check involves rolling 2 dice to determine the outcome of the scenario.
Whoa.
Running away from an enemy,
Wow.
you need to jump over an obstacle.
Dude. Don't get into the mechanics. That gets way too weird. Like that will turn people off. Like I'm interested and my brain blanked out.
Die values associated with your strength and reflex stats for the check. When purchasing Red Giant, you have a variety of options to choose from. A PDF bundle, a soft cover version, a hardcover version, and even a limited edition hardcover variant. All physical copies of Red Giant come with a digital book and character sheet files in PDF format for free.
No, you don't have to tell people. No, don't tell people this. Don't tell people this.
And we even have a tier for retail stores to get some of the earliest copies of Red Giant to sell for profit. All of the work on Red Giant is essentially complete, so you will be receiving the book sooner than you probably expect.
Okay, that's a good thing to tell
Over the past 3
people.
years and counting, we have worked diligently to create a simple, dynamic, and unique role-playing experience for fans of Japanese anime and video games. Join us and take the first step into this cursed world.
Okay. All right. Next one, Tiny Dungeon. Return to the minimalist fantasy Tiny Dungeon. Character creation, simple. Okay, hold on. Be able to play heroic adventures, daring treasure hunters, imperious magic users, and more. Okay, so this is a Red Hat game. Is this Red Hat? Gallant Knight Games. Okay, this is not Red Hat or Evil Hat. Marker settings list. Oh, the cover art looks nice, but I don't see how this is different than D&D. Except in the rules system. Well, some people were into it, so... All right, let's see. Lights Out. No parents, no school, no rules. A post-apocalyptic, superpowered tabletop RPG and children's chapter book series. Okay, so this is a kid role-playing game.
Shellywyn woke one Tuesday and discovered that her parents were gone. But it wasn't just hers. Everyone's parents, the teachers, her neighbors, it was as if they just vanished. That same day, she learned that she could make her hula hoop glow. It was so hot that it could cut through a car like it was peanut butter. Then, as night drew, the power went off. She and all the rest of the children of Applewood were stranded in the dark. Now there are monsters stalking the streets, and the one who bullied her through grade school needs her the most. What would you do?
Hi, my name is Nathan Maher, writer and designer for Lights Out, and welcome to my Kickstarter.
Lights Out is a post-apocalyptic chapter book series, and now for the first time it's a tabletop RPG. It's time to pick up your flashlight and discover your superpower. With friends and family alike, you can make your own custom character, build a clubhouse, thwart bullies, fight monsters, and scrounge for resources, and discover the wonders that this new world holds.
This Kickstarter will help me fund additional artwork for the tabletop role-playing game, as well as fund 2 covers for the children's chapter series.
The tabletop RPG is already written and is eagerly waiting some editing. Immediately after the Kickstarter's success, there are rewards that allow you to review what the book's content is, give suggestions, and even playtest the game.
Regardless of your reward level, everyone gets a free copy of Lights Out, the Children's Chapter Series Book 1. And even if the Kickstarter is not successful, you still get to keep it as a gift from me personally. Thanks again for your time and consideration, and happy gaming!
Neat idea. All right, last one is Metamorphosis. Well, you're putting me to sleep, man. Okay, now I'm confused. Yeah, they should have just started the video with this. I don't remember this game. Let's see, who publishes this? Jamie Chambers. I don't know who that is. Gamma World in space, basically. Huh. Okay. Let's see if anything else, like, tickles our fan. Oh, well, there's Cult, but that fucking... Okay, what's Dark Energy? I know all about Cult. Like, Cult's cool. Okay, this looks like a redo of Shadowrun. Oh, alignments. I hate alignments. Three game settings. Wait, whoa, wait a minute. Classic, fantasy, modern, apocalyptic, and near future. Wait, wouldn't the whole point of this goddamn thing be near future? Like, that's a little confusing. Like, I thought the whole thing was near future. Unique Pantheon face bonus system. Who cares? Modern fantasy, futuristic weapons, spells, and more. Yeah, if you're gonna have futuristic weapons, why is there time travel involved? Dark Energy core rulebook. Okay, it's live on Kickstarter. Welcome to the Apocalypse. Yeah, like that already kind of implies apocalypse. You know, like that already implies near future. Why? Okay, whatever. What makes Dark Energy different? Dark Energy presents a world in a state of rapid flux. Players either be the hero, the story, the villain, or both. Both games and movies feature the heroes either. Most games and movies printing navigate. Okay. So why? So why have alignment paths? See, numerous world. Each race has a home world. 3 game settings. Why do you have game settings if like it's a solid setting? That doesn't make any sense. The anthropomorphic Kafali race with a number of species to choose from. So is that like could you use some examples there? New races include small, medium, and large characters. Yay. I mean, okay. New classes including Engineer, Scion, and Modern Soldier. All right. Damage-resistant armor. That's not a feature. Having armor in your game is not a feature. Okay, but whatever. Simplified magic system, rune crafting mechanics. You might want to tell me what rune crafting is or not bring it up yet. Enchanted tattoo creation. Okay. Companions and henchmen. Cybernetics and mutations. Okay. We expect around 6 months. What? So you're not going to have a lot of art then? Six months? No way! No way. There's no way you can get art with this consistency in 6 months unless you already got like 2/3 of it at least. Which maybe they do. Okay, classes. Berserker, Disciple, Druid, Engineer, Instrumentalist. What the hell's that? Might want to tell me. Oh, are they going to tell me what that is down here? No. Oh, well, they are going to tell me about the races. 6 playable elves, dwarves, orcs, and 2 species of anthropomorphic Kefali. Okay, so I guess if you're an animal person, you like belong to a house associated with your animal. That's what I'm getting for this. Faith. Anyone could be a god. Anyone can follow a god, but only the most faithful devotees reap the rewards of their pantheon. Oh, so... Okay, so I guess gods are real in this fucking setting. Are these... No, these aren't the... Oh, God. Curses... Crafting. Oh, God. Mutations. Oh, come on. Like, that's the fucking cool part. Equipment list. I don't bother to put up an equipment list. Nobody cares. The world's Earth. Svartalhelm. Okay, dwarves. Gaia. Okay, earthy thing. Kaimon. Home of the orcs. Okay. Nibiru. Homeworld of the animal people. Okay. No, don't bother with material planes. We know what they are. Transitive planes, worlds, technology. Wait, I lost what we were doing. Yeah, this is dark energy. Okay, I was like, did we go to... I thought we were looking at dark energy. We go into a game? Like, this is... The thing is it doesn't... Wait, these are novels? Okay. The trilogy, but Jesus Christ, this is complicated. Well, I mean, like, I guess this did well. I mean, they funded it, 16 grand. Like, I hope that's enough to get where they need to be. Yeah, there's a lot of crunch on this fucking pitch, and I'm like, I wouldn't. You don't. How to put it? You don't sell the crunch. You know, you don't sell the steak. You sell the sizzle. Like, come on, man. Like, no, go with mutant elves, dude. Like, mutant orcs, mutant elves and orcs, and just be like, oh, hell yeah. Do a little thing where it's like, magic is naturally occurring, but like psionics come from mutation, like. Yeah, well, the thing is it kind of had a hook, and then it just kind of, didn't reel you in. I'm like, as a pitch, it's like, we got a hook, but you didn't reel them in. You got to reel them in, and you don't do that by showing an equipment list. Nobody cares. There's a couple things they want to know. Like, is this a new game system or not? Like, I'm probably not going to go into the details of the game system. What I'm going to do is have the quick start rules downloadable. Yeah, they have the rules with a hook. Fuck the rules. It's what you can do with the rules that's cool. Yeah, it's what you can do with the rules. It's cool, not the rules themselves. Like, that's a big thing. That's a big thing. It's like, no, the rules don't matter. Not the way you think they do. Rules are not a selling point. Let me put it this way. When was the last time a video game told you that you were going to use a controller and double jump? Never. It never happened. It's always like, save the princess, or can Mario save the princess? Can Link reform the Triforce and save Zelda? Shit like, it's always shit like that. Sell that. Hey, horror addicts, how you doing? Yeah, Mouse and I couldn't tell if there were 3 settings or a single setting with a mix of things. Yeah, exactly. It's like, is there time travel? Or it's like, well, set the game yourself, bitch. That's your job. Your job is to give the setting. Ugh. Doing pretty good? Awesome. Awesome. Are you having a late night or are you just like getting on and yeah, I'm sorry. Bleh. Sorry, I was like, you having a late night or like, you heading to bed soon? Cyberpunk 2077 advertised a double jump? They did? I haven't seen the new Mario movie. I haven't. I saw Renfield, though. That's good. That's a good movie. Oh, that reminds me. I need to see if... Is... Okay, cool. I did get it. No, I haven't seen the new Mario movie. Getting ready to pass out. Got work tomorrow. Wanted to say hi. Renfield was good indeed. Yes, indeed. If you weren't ready to pass out, I'd ask you to come on. But like, I got shit I got to do anyway. It's about time for me to like log off. I got a busy weekend ahead of me. I have to do a lot of work for Babylon, so I'll be doing that. John Smith says, "Hoy hoy, I have arrived. Rejoice." Yeah, well, we're probably packing it in, man. I guess better late than never. All right. Well, I think I better like go for now. Get myself something to eat. It's a little late around here, but I wanted to check in with you guys, hang out for a bit, and see what's good. And I think we remembered what's good. We remembered some things that are good. Excellent. So until next time, hey everybody, remember Ave Satanas, Disco Inferno, Satan, and I love you all very much.